top of everything we do, Lord, and that we keep the main thing. And I pray for our city employees, and I pray for us, Lord, that we make the right decisions for our city. In Christ's name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Yeah, girl.
Good job. Call to order the city council meeting of November 21st, 2024. Rebecca, you want to lead us in the pledge?
Yes, ma'am. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ms. Vicki, when you're ready to call roll.
Too bad.
J.P. Hodges. Lewis Short.
Here.
Lane Tubbs.
Here.
Jim Adams.
Here.
Melissa Choate. Allie Sugg.
Here.
Jim Lay. Andy Eklund.
Here.
Attorney Prince.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
Members of the press.
Okay, we're going to skip down to number 5 for approval of payments journals dated October 1st to October 31st, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Vicki?
All right. Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Allie Sugg.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Lewis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, I need approval for the street fund financial statement, sanitation fund, general fund, financial statements, community center O&M, and miscellaneous funds dated October 31st, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Vicki?
Was my Sugg, was my second Lewis?
I'm over here.
Jim Adams.
Jim.
Okay. Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Lewis Short.
Yes.
Allie Sugg.
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, you have your supervisor reports. Do you have any questions for our supervisors? I still need 2 council members for the ESOC board for the Survival Flight Committee meeting. They meet every third Tuesday at 10 at the judge's office.
I'm just not available.
Yeah.
Who are the 4 that aren't on A&P or planning and zoning?
Me.
Well, and we're fixing to change over, so I don't know if we want to wait till January.
That's what I'm wondering.
And if anybody can come, I mean, you're all welcome. It's open to the public.
Yeah.
So if anybody can come in December, that'd be great.
I was just thinking if it would be 2 people that weren't already serving an extra board already,
Right.
that would be good.
Yeah.
So it's the third Tuesdays?
The third Tuesday at 10 o'clock at the judge's office.
I bet I can probably figure out a way to do that.
Okay, we all think about it and we'll come back to it.
Yeah, I think it's probably wise till we get to do it after.
January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the new
We'll
members.
just leave it open for next month and then January we can come back to it.
Yep.
Okay, unfinished business. I've got a quote for luxury pool and spa for pumps for both pools.
We're replacing the whole rest of the system. We might as well get those correct, right? They're
Yes.
15 years old, so
Yeah. It's for $23,205.
make a motion. do-
5 cents.
I make a motion to approve this invoice for $23,200.05.
Second.
Any discussion? Vicki?
Okay. Allie Sugg.
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Lewis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried. New business, we have a rezoning ordinance.
I'll read it.
Okay.
This one right here?
Wanda Lane.
Nice.
What's the ordinance number will this be, Vicki?
This one will be 2024-21.
An ordinance amending the zoning map attached here too and for other purposes, whereas the zoning map of the city of Heber Springs classified as residential zone R1, the following described real property the real property to the west half of the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter, west half southeast quarter, and the north half of the east half of the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter. Section 16, Township 10 North, Range 10 West of the 5th Principal Meridian, Cleveland County, Arkansas, less .62 acres of land with an easement of 2.83 acres of land acquired by the United States government as the same. Now appears of record in deed, number 96, page 317 through 318 of the deed, records of Cleveland County, Arkansas, reserving an unrestricted easement for ingress, egress, and utility purposes, 20 feet in width, running north and south along the west half of the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter, section 16, Township 10 North, Range 10 West, for the benefit of the grantor. The grantor's successors and assigns forever said strip of land currently known as Wanda Lane, which has been declared an open road by a court order of Cleveland County Circuit Court on April 15, 2005, containing in the aggregate 29.38 acres more or less, according to the U.S. government survey thereof, commonly known as parcel 300-03-173-112, subdivision 161010, Heber Springs, 25.95 acres, and parcel 300-03-173-000, subdivision 161010, Heber Springs, 3.33 acres. Whereas the petition has been filed with the City of Heber Springs Planning and Zoning Commission for a rezoning of the real property from residential zone R1 to rural resort zone RR, and whereas the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, having conducted a public hearing after giving of notices required by law, and having approved said petition and recommended to the City Council of the rezoning of said land, and City Council having reviewed the same, has determined that it would be in the best interest of the City of Heber Springs and its inhabitants if said property be rezoned as requested. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Heber Springs that ordinance number 2024-21 and the zoning map of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas be, and it hereby is amended to show that the above described real property is reclassified from residential zone R1 to rural resort zone RR for the consideration upon the conditions herein above set out. All ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict.
What part is this?
It's, you know, you're going up, after you go across the dike and you're going up the hill, Wanda Lane's on the right.
Right.
Before you get up to the top, and it's, is there any other houses down in there besides that?
No, it's all vacant. It's gonna be, if you know where that RV area is and the next room is, it's the land between that and Wanda Lane. All the way back to where Wanda Lane turns and meets up to Harbor Hill Storage.
But it accesses through Wanda Lane.
Yeah, well, it's gonna access off the highway.
Yeah.
It's gonna have 2 points of access.
And we already had a public hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
We already had what?
Public hearing.
No.
A&P commissions, or not A&P.
P&Z.
P&Z's already, I guess, gone over all of it.
And y'all are recommending that we change it, right? P&Z is? Okay.
For what he's wanting to develop on it, it's gonna have to be changed to the RR zoning to meet his development plans.
Okay.
Excuse me. Is this one of those ordinances that we need to wait and read it 3 different
Yeah.
times?
That's what I was
So
thinking.
we've done the last few.
So we don't need to do anything? We just gotta read it? Or do we need to vote?
No, we wait till next week to read the second time.
Yeah. So
And
this
then
time
pass
we'll
it
just-
third.
And in January.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, great. Next, we have an RDOT mural resolution.
Want me to do that one?
Sure. Absolutely.
What resolution number is it?
It will be 2024-08.
All right, 2024-08, resolution to implement a mural project for the city beautification purposes. Be it resolved by the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, the City of Heber Springs desires to implement a mural project for the purpose of city beautification on a retaining wall located at or near the Department of Revenue and along Arkansas Highway 25B, Heber Springs, Arkansas. 2, the aforementioned retaining wall is located on Arkansas Department of Transportation property, and consent for the mural project requires approval by the Arkansas Department of Transportation. 3, be resolved that the City Council authorizes the mayor to seek consent from the Arkansas Department of Transportation to implement a mural project for the purpose of city beautification. Upon written approval from the Arkansas DOT, local artist Stormy Bradshaw shall be commissioned to implement the mural project at the desired location using the conceptual design attached here to. Said project shall be completed using Benjamin Moore exterior paint.
So this is just an explanation. Stormy Bradshaw came to Casey and I about these retaining walls. There's actually 2. And so this is the first of the two. This one is closer to the Apex Apartments that's kind of on the back side of my building, ends on the back side of my building. So I told her I would sponsor this one, and pay for her to do it. And then we have talked about doing the other one that's right behind the revenue office, that Revive Heber Springs will help pay for that one. And so that would actually be two retaining walls. You probably have not even noticed them. I don't even notice them when I drive past them every day. And so when she came to us and asked us about painting them, we both were kind of like, where? And so that's why this first one, I asked her to come up with a music theme. And so it kind of goes along with like the Beatles, and that's supposed to, like, that's a record. You can't see it in color. I saw it in color. But that's like a record that's going to be like the sun, kind of on that one part. And then it's like a road that's made out of piano keys, and so it's just, it'll be bright. I told her bright colors and music themed. So that's what that mural is going to be.
And this is just a rough draft.
Will it
They'll
have
probably
a
add more
cardboard
stuff.
texture?
Yeah, and cardboard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was, but yeah,
So there's actually two of them there?
There's two.
yeah, there's
walls.
actually,
walls.
there's Spring Street right there, and there's one on this side of the Spring Street right behind
Here,
the,
there's this one.
yeah. And then there's
This
one
one
that's
is
behind the Apex,
closer to
those blue apartments right behind the
So
arena
is
system.
this resolution gonna take care of the one by the revenue office as well?
No.
No.
That-
I think
do it
we'll have to
different.
do another one. We don't have an idea for it yet, and we have to have an idea kind of ready to submit to the department.
Yeah, RDOT gave me a
RDOT,
whole
yeah.
list of things that we
Yeah.
have to do to get it, their permission.
Okay.
The most important is this,
Yes.
Okay.
council,
Yes,
with this.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm in favor of it.
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
A second.
Any more discussion? Okay, Vicky?
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Alex Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Hey, I got a question. On
Yeah.
we were talking about RDOT stuff. I know we were talking about at one point, like the city trying to take over Main Street.
Oh, they won't let us take it over, but we're looking at moving it to 3 lanes. But that'll be after the
I know that was happening.
drainage and beautification and all that.
Okay.
But we had to submit a request. And we have a drawing of what that looks like, if you want to see it.
I can visualize that one.
It would create double the parking spaces.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, C, we've got a Comfort Systems resolution.
On it.
This is to waive the bidding and approve the invoice.
2024-09.
Yes, sir. Good job.
A resolution waiving competitive bidding and authorizing the purchase of demo and replacement of existing return duct for the Heber Springs Aquatic Center from Comfort Systems USA Incorporated for the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Whereas the City of Heber Springs received a quote for one demo and replacement of existing return duct in the Aquatic Center, approximately $52,815 for the Heber Springs Park and Recreation. And whereas the City Council has received and reviewed a quote from Comfort Systems USA Incorporated of Little Rock, Arkansas, attached hereto is Exhibit A, and believes the price and availability for the demo and replacement of existing return duct to be advantageous, and whereas due to the effects of this service, the ability of certain installers that are appropriate services are limited, and whereas the City Council has determined it is in the best interest of the City of Heber Springs and its citizens to provide funding in the amount of approximately $52,815 for the purchase of one demo and replacement of existing return duct in the Aquatic Center, and to waive competitive bidding for the same. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of Heber Springs, Arkansas, Section 1. Competitive bidding is hereby waived, and the quote secured by the Mayor of Heber Springs for the purchase of one demo and replacement of existing return duct in the Aquatic Center in the sum of approximately $52,815 is hereby authorized, and the Mayor is authorized to expend said funds to purchase said repair and to take all such and other action as is necessary in connection therewith in order to complete the purchase. Further, all previous actions of the Mayor and her designee in connection therewith are hereby approved and ratified. Does anybody have any confusion about the amount?
Is it 52,850?
Okay, perfect.
So, is this the one where, who had this before? It's supposed to be the maintenance and
Oh, the maintenance agreement with Powers?
powers. Is this the?
No, this is replacement of that
The duct.
rusted
So
out
it's not
galvanized
the-
ducting.
So it's not the fan blades or whatever it was?
No.
It's
Is-
the duct on the back of the Aquatic Center.
This is for
They're,
the,
they're already in doing work for us.
Right, I just want to make sure we.
Yeah, no, this one's the one.
If it was Powers, we had any recourse from them not abiding by their contract and screwing us over.
That was more HVAC, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
working on that too.
Okay. That's all I-
This one just is, it's less expensive to do it while they're there going
Right,
through them
right.
instead of,
I understand that, I just want to make sure.
You were thinking the right one. Yeah. So we need what do we do on this
We
one?
need a motion?
I can address that a little bit.
Okay.
Are we ready for a motion?
Ready?
I move to accept resolution number 2024-09 to get this work done.
As presented, thank you.
Second.
Any more discussion? Vicki?
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
yes,
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried. We are working with Powers to get them to complete and do what their contract says.
It was like cleaning out and maintenance of the fan stuff, is that right, or whatever it is?
Yeah, and that was,
Was
Nick,
it-
was it the HVAC?
Was it clean the condenser or something?
grates For Powers that they were supposed to be cleaning?
Yeah, they're in my
Air handler. Yeah, they've got a few things that they need to clean up.
Are they willing so far?
we,
Josh has been working with them.
Have they been doing it? Have they been responsive?
Yeah.
No. I mean, when
Do
they're
they,
falling
do
apart.
they
haven't
appear
been doing their job.
cooperative in mitigating the damages in some
I mean,
manner?
over the last, I guess our contact there, John Decker, like, he went, had some type of surgery, June, and they've literally been MIA since he left, and he finally got back, and even then, it was like, I'll have someone come out, and I was like, so when? And he's like, oh, before December. So then,
So you got time?
in a sense of it. So they came out, I think they did a halfway job of cleaning, and I think even like Train was on site today, we took some more pictures of things. And even from when they did clean, the guy did come out earlier this month, cleaned it, but even then, he cleaned half of it.
Did the minimum?
And their lack of,
I would say lack, I don't think you need to say that it's fair.
so their lack of maintenance like they're supposed to do is cause damage. Is that what,
Correct.
is that
I would
correct?
say correct, and speaking for the future, I feel like even some of these things, even 5 years from now, even switching over to Train, Train's even gonna be able to say, hey, well, the condition of this that was caused in the first 15 years, it's gonna cost us more money eventually.
Right.
Something like that.
Well,
But yes,
The statute of limitations will eventually run out on any potential claim we could have against them. What needs to be done is that before we transition to Train, there needs to be an evaluation of the damage and an estimate of what it's going to take to repair it so that we could preserve any potential litigation that we could have against them. So,
And, well, one of the issues is a lot of things that are in the contract are not here. They never were installed. So the contract says that we'll clean this, do this, do this, do this. That equipment was never even installed in this facility. So we're paying on a contract for the clean items that are not,
But I think
don't exist.
the only recourse for litigation, maybe, I guess, is that they didn't even clean the stuff that was in the contract, right? So that we,
and we have to prove that we've been damaged in some way. I mean, it has to be compensable monetary
I have a ton of
damages.
pictures, I have a ton of pictures. There's things that-
But what, pictures aren't enough, that's what I'm telling you, is that there has to be we have to show that there's been a monetary loss due to their breach of contract. And so there has to be an estimate, an appraisal, an estimate of the value of,
an official one from like Train, a professional?
So are you suggesting have like a third party?
yes, absolutely, absolutely. We need to know what's the monetary value of the damage that they've done. I mean, what's it cost us? And if it's, if it's minimal, well, then perhaps we let it go, lesson learned, and we stay on top of the next people but if it's significant, then there is potential for a claim against them.
I would say that $52,000 is, enough.
$52,000 has nothing to do with.
That's not the same one.
Same thing.
That's the
Suggestion
point.
D, so as a
last time the contract was renewed was 2021.
Right.
We had a 5-year period prior, that performance period. I've never seen it, just until recently in this contract, but that 5-year prior period, I believe had some additional equipment that was, a lot of stuff that we're addressing now, that was bad. And the transition from I guess that would be the ending 21 back to say 16. That equipment, I don't know exactly, I have to go back and see, it looks as though that equipment was covered and then removed from that contract. That would have been renewed existing contract, so we need to.
So we need to know
What
that
what was
equip,
specified in that prior period?
Well,
How
and-
far does that look back period here? What's your opinion on that?
well, I think that I think we can go all the way back. We were still in contract with them. I think at the time we terminate our contract, which is 30 days from
Yeah, I haven't.
from whenever. But we need to know, the equipment that wasn't on site, that was never installed, was it, did it not being here damage us in some way? And that we need another professional to tell us that that damaged us in some manner, that it caused, that the non-existence of that equipment that was supposed to be here caused
Yeah,
damage to
I
the
think
building.
that was the nature of my previous question.
Okay,
Was
okay.
that the existing contract, the equipment that's spelled out in there that Josh is referring to, it was anticipated would be installed,
Right.
and it would do that. Or, of course, we went a different direction for management purposes, so that's when we went to the training sheet and energy savings and all that stuff. But that schedule of equipment stayed in this contract, and was never amended to reflect, so, that's what he's saying, we're paying for things that aren't here, so they don't be paid. But you have to look back to see, because obviously it was bad, that's why we're replacing it now. It wasn't covered in prior periods, and what was the performance like in that? So there's gonna be some references on it.
Nick, did us not having that equipment cause some of the damage to this other stuff? So, and I guess what I'm asking is, if we file a claim, would they say, yeah, well, you didn't have this air handler or this dehumidifier, so it caused this, and that wasn't my fault?
Yeah, so I mean, to be just specific on that.
Yeah.
The dehumidification equipment not working.
Right.
Is the primary driver of the damage over the
Right.
flexor. Everything, metal, electrical, everything we're replacing over there is due to that not working.
Right.
For a long period of time. We're talking about 8 to 10 years. So we would have to go back and see, did any of these service contracts cover that equipment and to what extent did it? Because that's what will be the root cause of the
Gotcha.
damage that we're addressing. And that's specifically the equipment.
Gotcha.
Well,
But I don't know, I've never seen this.
I think they're part and parcel, both contracts. I mean, we did enter a new contract, but well, we were not a new customer. It was a continuation of the old contract.
Right, so you have to go back and look at the prior.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we should do that, get a third party to look at it, evaluate it,
Yes.
and then come up with how
A
much
list
they
of
owe
damages.
us.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
But in the meantime, do we need to terminate or should we wait?
No, you should terminate. They're not doing their job.
Got it.
Do we need to do that as a resolution?
And that third party would also
No.
look at what potentially could be damaged in the future, or is that not?
I think it will tell us what we need to fix.
That is going to be based on the opinion of a third-party professional. If they can say with some certainty that, with some measure of certainty that there is for sure going to be more damage in the future caused by the failure to act in the past. I mean,
Who does
That's
that?
going to be difficult. But
Who is,
We'll have to
are you
find-
getting the third party people, or
No.
who does that?
I can help you with that.
Okay, we will discuss that in a little
I'm a
bit.
large loss consultant as well as a general contractor.
He's with Municipal League.
Yeah, he's in, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
We'll talk in a little bit.
Quick question too.
Okay.
Termination of contracts, is that a city council thing or is that a you thing?
It's a me thing.
Good. Let's kill it then. Does us killing that contract now screw anything up with what you anticipate through the end of December?
We had an issue today that came about. I did inform my contact with Powers because we're still in contract
Sure.
with them. My understanding, it's a 30-day contract. We informed them today. They still have 30 days to come up and fix what.
Did the letter go out to them? We
The letter-
drafted the termination.
Yeah, the letter
letter.
has not gone out yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So-
Wait till that's done. Wait till they fix it before we fire them.
Yeah, he received my message.
It is ready.
So he did not.
As long as the loss happened during the
Next
contract
week or
period, it shouldn't
when-
matter.
It doesn't.
When would be to fix that, but he did tell me.
Well, we want them to fix it before we terminate them, I guess, right? Otherwise, what's their motivation? So, okay.
Well,
So you
their
tell us when to
motivation
send
is Their motivation is to not be sued for further damage, so. I mean,
True, but
And they're
it
under
hasn't.
contract when the damage has occurred, so I think you just
Yeah,
said that.
right.
Yeah, but
I think
they're-
we need to
It doesn't matter if they
terminate
terminate tomorrow,
Like we're on the
they've
same
already,
page.
That's real, okay.
Okay. Next up, D, we've got a SALT resolution. These next two resolutions are for to work with White River Planning and Development for the FEMA grant that we got.
I can't vote on this. So can
No.
somebody else can vote?
Oh,
Yeah, she can vote.
yeah, I believe so.
I'll read this one, Jim.
Did I miss a few words?
I was trying to be kind to you. You've read two in a row. Accept my kindness.
I'm only a little offended, but it's fine.
Accept my kindness as a gift.
You can have the next one.
Did we vote on that last one? Vicky?
Yeah.
Okay, we did?
We picked up a separate topic.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like,
With Powers contract. That
Okay.
wasn't on the agenda.
just making sure.
A resolution, 2024-10, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk of Heber Springs, Arkansas to enter into an engineering agreement with Salt Engineers and Planning Incorporated of Heber Springs, Arkansas, whereas Heber Springs, Arkansas is anticipating receiving funding approval from the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management and Federal Emergency Administration Agency for drainage improvements, and whereas the city has followed the state procurement procedures for selection of an engineer, and whereas it will be necessary for the mayor and city clerk to act in connection with the engineering agreement, now therefore it is resolved that the city council of Heber Springs hereby declares that the mayor and city clerk be authorized to execute an agreement with Salt Engineers and Planners Incorporated of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to provide engineering services to the city for the project listed above, such costs and contract format to be approved by the funding agency, and all such costs to be paid from the grant funds.
make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Any discussion? Vicky?
Andy Eklund,
Abstain?
Ally Sugg,
yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes. Motion carried. Next, we have a resolution with White River Planning and Development.
No. I'll
He's
do it.
offended.
I'll do it. 2024-11, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk of Heber Springs, Arkansas to enter into an agreement with the White River Planning and Development District Incorporated. Whereas Heber Springs, Arkansas has received notification of funding approval from the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management and Federal Emergency Management Agency to provide funds for a drainage project, and whereas Heber Springs, Arkansas requires assistance to administer the funded drainage project, and now therefore be resolved by the Heber Springs City Council that the mayor and city clerk of Heber Springs, Arkansas be authorized to execute an agreement with the White River Planning and Development District Incorporated to provide administrative services of said drainage project in accordance with a grant application and award from the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management and Federal Emergency Administration Agency.
Take a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Vicky?
Louis Short,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next up, we have the Survival Flight Agreement, lease agreement for Station 2.
So what's the change from what they were doing?
This is for 5 years. They will pay utilities, and we went up $500.
A month?
Correct. Well, no,
Per station?
Yeah, they were
Yes,
paying
yes.
1,500 and now they're gonna pay 2,000.
2,000.
Per station?
Yeah, so 500, yes.
No,
No, this
this
was-
is for just Station 2.
But the other one
Yeah,
went
The
the
other
there's
one
two.
went up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and they will pay for all of the utilities at both stations. They were
Which is-
paying for half.
Okay.
And I basically just need a motion to be able to enter into the agreement with them.
I'll make a motion to enter into the agreement with them on Station 2.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or any more questions? Vicki?
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Motion carried. Same thing with Station 5.
Make a motion that we enter into a lease agreement with Survival Pot for Station 5.
Thank
Second.
you. Thank you. Vicki, when you're ready.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, I have an invoice for CK Asphalt.
This is work done.
It is.
Is this,
It exceeded my threshold.
is it all work that's been redone, or is it any of that warranty stuff?
Isn't this the streets?
No,
This
this
is the
is streets.
streets that we had
Street,
done.
okay.
Yeah, this is streets.
Remember the list that Scott gave us that he was gonna hit?
Yep.
Yeah, this is part of that.
This is that, right? Or is it part of it or all of it? All of it?
Any complaints? Are you happy with everything? Are you happy with everything they did?
Front Street's great.
Yeah.
Front Street.
Thank you.
Yes. Do you need we need to do anything on it?
Need a motion to pay the bill?
A motion to pay $31,685.81 to CK Asphalt.
Second.
Vicki, when you're ready.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, we have Athletic Field Services of Arkansas.
Can I ask on this one?
Absolutely.
Is this the next field in line or a couple of them? What is
So
this
This is the
one?
high school softball field.
Okay.
So we have two quotes. The previous quote was with Jeff Klein on North Field Services, who've done all of our other fields.
Yep.
It was actually in a packet from like a month, maybe 2 months ago. It's approximately $19,000. I'm learning it's probably going to be about $22,000, $23,000 actually, by the time it's said and done.
Okay.
And then this quote is the other company in the state of Arkansas that does fields. It's right at $28,500.
Yeah. About 6,000 more?
Yeah, something like that. I did meet with Lane and JP out there at the fields, because there were some issues with Field 6 that Jeff's company's gonna come back and fix. He hasn't yet, but
Okay.
he feels that, you feel that he's on the hook for that, he knows he is. He's
Okay.
gonna come back and fix that, so we kind of agreed just to let Jeff Klein probably roll with the rest of it. And just go ahead and get Field 1 done, because if we don't get it done now,
They won't be ready
the
for
high school
season.
season will start before he can get in here and do it, so.
So the extra, which is gonna be 23,000, is that where he's
Well,
gonna,
it was 19,000, but kind of like what we discussed, everything seems to be a little bit more than even the quote that they gave us. So the quote he gave us was 2 or 3 months ago. I'm sure something has gone up by now, so I would suggest that probably 22,000 at the end of the day to get it done.
From the other contractor that you, and you just prefer to try somebody new, or is there some
Well,
stuff on?
there's two companies, yeah, there's really only 2 companies in Arkansas that do this.
Okay.
And so, like I said, Jeff actually has done all of our fields with mounds, for our baseball fields. And then I was just getting another quote just to see how much this other company would be. There was an issue on Field 6 that still has a little lip in it, still holding some water, which that's the purpose of us spending $28,000 is for it not to hold water and for us to be able to play on it.
Right.
So I was concerned, it's been about 3 weeks since Jeff finished that, and like I said, he's kept telling me that he could come back and correct it, and we hadn't heard from him yet, so I didn't want to just give him the okay, so I'm assured that he's going to come back and correct that. But talking with both JP and Lane, we kind of all agree that he will come back and correct that, and finish that.
What about your covers?
We got him, okay. We got him in Monday night after the
Rain.
so they're out there now.
Okay.
So do you feel like he will come back and fix it even if we hire this other company to come in and do
I
another
think he
field?
will. Yeah, he'll come back and fix it either way. I mean, his name's on it, at the end of the day, it's his company. I mean,
He's cheaper.
he's going
I know,
back, we did get
that's
the,
what I'm saying.
is it EDC? What's the?
ETC engineers.
He wants to use the same guy,
He
it's
does.
cheaper. He
He
doesn't,
does.
this was just
Okay.
to show us that somebody else could do it for more.
Okay.
I didn't get that.
That's,
I didn't either.
it is through flat.
That's what I understood.
And basically, home plate, if I recall correctly, is about 544 feet, and the outfield is about 541 feet. So it's only a 3-foot slope.
Right.
And so that they had to build a lip to have the difference between the infield and the outfield.
Uh-huh.
And now that lip is still helping keep water on the infield.
I have a question. Are you, and I apologize if you cover this, are you advocating we go with this one, or are you just providing us with a secondary quote?
I'm fine with secondary quote.
Okay,
At first,
so-
I was going to say,
Okay.
this guy's not going to come back and fix it and do it right. I'm not going to recommend him on, like, even taking more money to make sure,
Right.
try another company. But like I said, we feel confident that he's going to come back and correct it.
So we don't really need to do anything then,
We don't
other
really
than,
do
okay.
anything. It's y'all's choice, like, to look at that and see if y'all do anything different.
Well,
But
we need
I mean,
to
if he makes
vote
good on
him coming and fixing that softball field, right?
Yes, we do. We
That's
do need a vote.
on that.
If we want to get that done before softball season, that.
This right here? Yeah, we need a vote to do it. I mean.
No, no, not this,
The
no.
old one.
No.
That
I
was
The
two or
old
three
one,
months
that's
ago.
like 22K.
Yes,
Right.
we need to vote on it tonight.
But it's in his budget,
Is it in your budget?
didn't
Not in the
we?
budget. We put it in the budget for 2025.
Okay, we need to accelerate it.
Now, to do that.
Okay,
What's the amount? Does somebody have that?
let's just say 25,000.
That was the
Say up
one,
to
that was the one for the
Authorize up to
softball field. It was around 25.
And he thought it was 22, so 25 should be
So,
more than that.
And then, yeah, and I would think that the other guy, knowing that he's got a potential to make another $22,000, would come back and fix it. Maybe he'll fix it at the same time he's doing this one, he's got the equipment there.
that's what the hope is, yeah.
Well,
JP,
I would say
JP's
you're
got a
gonna fix it or
relationship.
you're not gonna get.
Yeah. Well, JP's got a relationship with him and knows him, and,
Okay,
I
as
mean,
long as we
there's
feel
only
comfortable.
2 of them that do it,
Well, they'll hold his feet to the fire.
yeah.
Okay, so I make a motion to authorize up to $25,000 of maintenance budget for this calendar year for this
For
field.
the softball
For
field.
Field 1.
Second.
Thank you. Any more discussion?
Who was my second?
Amy?
Andy,
And this was for the softball field.
Is it Field 1? Softball field is Field 1? Yes, softball field, Field 1.
Ready for a vote?
Yes, ma'am.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes?
Lane Tubbs.
yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Do we have to vote no on that other one, or just let it
No,
go?
Just let it go. Okay, next up, we have a couple add-ons. We have a policy from the police department for sieges. Do you guys have any questions you'd like to ask Chief Hale?
Looks like Chinese to me.
Yeah.
That's
what I was saying.
I don't understand.
Brian, would you mind to speak to the sieges policy?
Yeah, talk to us like we have no idea what we're looking at.
Basically, it's a housekeeping policy required by ACIC, Arkansas Crime Information Center, for us to use their systems. If we don't do this policy, then they're going to turn us off. So
We don't have
it's one of those things that's got to be passed.
Gotta have it. Okay.
It basically is going to require more on my secretary as far as turning information to them for identification jobs. That's all it is.
We need a motion that we add this to the police handbook? Is that what it is?
To the handbook or just as a
His
policy?
The Hickory Frank Police Department policy.
Policy.
There you go.
Okay. I make a motion that we add this to the police department policy book.
A second.
Any discussion? Thank you, Chief. Vicki, when you're ready.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Lane Tubbs,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes?
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, I apologize, I had a last-minute add-on for the Skid Pro attachments. This is for the street department for a hammer impact, hydraulic hammer, and a grappler bucket.
Yeah, for fixing all of the,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
for doing all of your street work and,
Still learning that language.
yeah. All right. So
Total.
moved.
Total amount of $14,477.
I make a motion to buy the attachments listed in Skid Pro estimate 72,700 for $14,477.61.
A second?
Any discussion? Vicki, when you're ready?
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Can I ask one more question too, Scott? The
Motion.
transmission on the truck that's down, have we got an estimate on that? Great.
That's the dump
That'll be a good
truck?
one to get back in the fleet.
The trash truck. Did we get that dump truck up and running? Everything's good on that one now?
Okay.
Or did we vote?
But that,
We almost got through voting.
Motion
Nope.
carried.
be fine after that, huh?
That's after we got the engine rebuilt, so they probably use an
Yeah,
exhaust
yeah.
system.
Did we vote? A second.
We just gotta, vote to adjourn.
Did
Not
you,
yet, though.
did you
Open
get your,
mic.
Okay.
Yeah,
meal?
Ally's trying to scoot out.
Spencer's playing search.
Drive carefully.
We talked about bolting but I didn't know about it.
For what?
That meal?
This year, we've got the money. I mean, they're using it every day. It's like
Does it-
$5,000, right?
Yeah, that's within his, you can approve that, can't you?
Yeah, which one?
He's got a mill he's found.
He makes all his own parts over
Makes his
there?
parts and stuff with.
Oh,
When we had our meeting, it was, he asked for this and that meal.
it was a lathe.
Yeah, a lathe, that's what, it's a lathe,
Okay.
yeah.
That is, everything,
I know what-
cabinet.
Yeah.
Will it
Well,
get done everything your
couldn't
people
be
need to make parts for the equipment?
Because I wrote it down.
No better than I do. I mean, fine to me.
What is that word?
That was part, you remember when we talked about
Yeah.
equipment, I didn't know.
Is it, you still have money in your equipment budget?
Yeah, it's like, I
just
think
had-
181,000 something.
Yeah, but Mayor can approve that for you.
For
Yeah.
5,000?
She
Yeah.
can, I just didn't know.
Yeah, no,
Procedure.
to get it this year and have it over
Yeah,
with.
it's under.
So they make all the parts to fix all of our equipment, and so they need the equipment to do it. Yeah, you're still within budget, so I think yeah, I'd probably just go ahead and get it on order, and that way you're good to go. Are you okay with that, Ms. Mayor?
Yes.
Okay. Sweet. It's like Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
We just need to table the minutes.
Do you want this back, Scott?
Yeah.
You want the sheet
Oh, man, we
back?
got table the minutes
Yep.
again.
Just the lady one.
I'll say something in a second. Ms. Vicki, I need the minutes to reflect that since we did not have a full quorum tonight, we could not pass the September and October minutes.
Jeez Louise.
One day.
Before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because
It's gonna be great.
Everybody
I've
needs
got
to
a
be here
thing.
next
We
week.
don't do meetings in December. We
Yes,
talked about
we
it.
do.
You talked about it. No, it's been a thing.
Jim,
Hey,
one more meeting.
we have
You
someone
can
that
do
wants to
it.
talk to us.
Okay.
Okay, open
Great
mic.
tradition.
Mr. Jeremy.
Start off with.
Do you mind to come up to the podium?
Yeah, you gotta be on
Perfect.
record.
We let everybody else sit down and talk, but you have to come up to the podium.
And you can state your name and tell them where you're from.
My name's Jeremy Reed. I grew up here, went to kindergarten through 12th grade. And first off, I'd like to publicly apologize for interrupting earlier and saying I can help you with that.
No problem.
No, no worries.
It's okay.
Help people and get real nervous in front of this scenario. Someone to try to chill. My sophomore teacher, President Fall, who was my speech teacher, tried to teach me public speaking. But no, I just wanted to kind of introduce myself. I grew up here. I'm a general contractor. I I left Heber Springs in 1991, opened up a company in 1998, did catastrophe restoration, done it in 30 states for over 20 years. I remember my first teacher was Miss Graham. My first lifeguard is sitting right there. She drove a VW Beetle.
You're dating me.
I'm sorry. And then met the love of my life in kindergarten on the playground. And my better half now, we've been together for 3 years, and I've loved her for 47. So, but we live in Shirley. I'm not truly local, but I grew up here in a time when we didn't lock doors and people helped each other all the time. It was just a great place to grow up. But in a nutshell, I just want to kind of go over, you guys have had some storm damage over here, and I just want to introduce myself. There's going to be some roofing that's going to need to get done, and there's some specialty roofs here. That aquatic center, not anyone can repair that, not anyone can do that. That's very special. You need someone that's done resorts. I've done resorts before. The city hall, where the bank president, Gerald, back in 1981 or 2, gave my mom her first loan, a mother of 3, and she was a single mom. That's a TPO roof. That's a special roof. Not anyone can repair that. Whoever installs it needs to do it right, and whoever honors that warranty needs to repair it. It's very chemical sensitive. If you put the wrong adhesive or what's that flex seal that everyone likes to use, it'll turn it into toilet paper. It's very sensitive. You need someone that knows what they're doing. I am that guy. Just want to introduce myself a little bit, say hi, and I grew up here. I love this town. I love this lake. I spent 18 years living here, loving this place. Couldn't wait to get out and see the world. I've worked in over 30 states. I've had offices from Montana to Pennsylvania, Mississippi, Alabama, New Mexico, Missouri, Texas. And I just couldn't wait to get back home. I'm home now. I live about 8 miles up the river before it flows into Pierce Ferry Lake. And that's pretty much it. My name's Jerry Reed.
Thanks for,
I'm a Heber Springs Panther. Cut me open, I'm gonna bread.
We're playing tomorrow night in Batesville.
So next time I write everything down, I may ask Mr. Adams to read it, because your speed reading is very impressive.
yeah, I've got apparently one more meeting. I thought we didn't meet in December. We do, and then I'm off of council. So my replacements, well, they're going to be speed readers.
Well, I'm honored to be here. Thank you. Just want to introduce myself. I apologize for interjecting earlier.
No problem, Jeremy, thank you.
Before I opened the construction arm of my company, I did large loss consulting. I'm a former insurance adjuster. Very adept in their systems. Work well with the Arkansas Municipal League. They're very thorough. They have audits. There's things you need to do it right. You don't do a contract and not do the work, they will bust your butt. And also, like I said, I love the big general contracting license, and would never do anything to compromise it.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for your time.
Welcome home.
Yes, welcome back. Okay, next I have announcements. Jingle Bell Shop and the Christmas Parade on December 7th. And I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Motion adjourned.
Second? Yes.
Okay.
No, yeah.